happy with it.
I just don't like the island.
I will now.
Should we get rid of it?
If you want for it.
I was waiting for a classic line there. Look at that! Look at that!
What am I going to do then when I die? It's a shame to die then.
Missed a bit.
What? Oh my days. I've had enough. Welcome to the T's and C's Try DIY, the big reveal.
It's the final episode and it is well overdue. But
it has taken us a long time to get this recorded, but lads, it's just been manic.
yeah, it's been manic. We've had a few little jobs and we wanted to finish off before showing you things because we were like, you know what, it's not quite there.
If we're going to make a big reveal, we gotta go big.
Exactly.
Gotta go big.
So that's what we're doing today. We're going to take you step by step. It's going to be a lot of flashbacks to what the house was like at the beginning, a little bit of a comparison, and then we'll hopefully take you through the whole house, and you'll hopefully feel like, wow, that's come a long way for two people who knew absolutely nothing about construction, and basically that Bossman John just is the best.
Yeah, let's go. So, welcome to the hallway. This is the start of the tour. We didn't take much footage at the beginning of the before because there wasn't much going on, but the biggest change in the hallway would be the staircase, all thanks to Bossman John. So the steps, the original steps from before are still here, but the actual banister itself is all brand new. As you can see, Bossman John did an absolute cracking job here. Another beautiful aspect of the hallway are our really cute cubes that we got from IKEA. As you can see, we've kind of jazzed them up a little bit, trying to make them look a little bit homely, but they were definitely a really, really good feature to add to the hallway. Two more things that we added to the hallway as well. We have a shoe rack as well that we got from IKEA, and we have a coat hanger as well. So that's actually really handy for when we come inside because we've got a big strict rule in the house that there's no shoes allowed upstairs. So the minute you come into the house, shoes off.
Take off your shoes.
No.
Obviously, as you can see, our walls are still quite bare. We haven't really gotten to hanging up some photographs yet because number one, we don't know where to put them, and number two, we just haven't decided on what photographs to put up. So the walls are still quite bare as of yet, but we will get pictures up eventually. So one thing we did forget in the hallway was an extra plug to go up high for our internet. So if you are thinking of putting your internet in the hall, make sure you've got a plug close by to put it into.
So welcome to the sitting room. It is probably our favourite room in the house at the moment just because we are delighted to be cozying up by our lovely fire most nights of the week at the moment. But yeah, it's seen huge changes. If you can remember from way back at the start, we obviously had some old furniture we was in here, but the big change was that fireplace. It was kind of old, outdated. Now we've got this amazing stove in there. The heat that comes out of it is incredible. It's obviously quite a small little room, but because we don't have the door, a lot of the heat will actually go out to the kitchen, and even upstairs it seems to be going right up to the two bedrooms above us. So it is absolutely sweltering in here most nights because Chelsea loves to have the fire going. But we also have these lovely suites of furniture in here, and we've managed to hang up a couple of photo frames as well. So it's starting to come together nicely. We haven't gone crazy with the amount of stuff in here because we kind of like to have the space. But yeah, overall, we absolutely love how the sitting room has come around. The units that we got for both under the TV and at the back have all come from IKEA, so we made those ourselves. We think that the colour kind of matched in with what we have on the wall. I feel like we did a lot of millennial grey in this house, but I think it suits. I think it works. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what do you think of the colour scheme that we've gone for. We've kind of gone generally grey with a bit of yellow, a lot of yellow, and a little bit of blue and green and other bits here and there depending on the room. But yeah, we're quite happy with how it's turned out. We've got some blinds in as well instead of the curtains that were originally here, and yeah, I think it's been a really nice one. This was like the first room that was done, and we were able to just chill out in this room on the first day and be like, wow, this is going to be the start of our home.
So this is actually my favourite room of the house, would you believe? This is where all the magic happens. In terms of cooking, get your mind out of the gutter.
Really? You should be ashamed of yourself.
So yeah, this is definitely my favourite room of the house because I've always wanted an island in a kitchen, and we actually have an island, and that's definitely my favourite part of the kitchen. I love the colour scheme that we've gone with the yellows and the greys. I think the yellow really pops off. We got a nice few bits from Brown Thomas. I absolutely love the marble effect countertop. We also have an induction hob, which was complete news to me because I didn't even know they existed until this house. So that's been interesting for me to learn about. So if you can remember from the old kitchen, we had cabinets on the top and there was cabinets on the bottom. Now we have two longer cabinets first. So So when you open these cabinets, you've got one side that's full of shelves and the other side is pull-out drawers, which is very, very handy. So if you can remember, the old oven was over by the back door, and now we have a single oven over here. We've got the microwave on top, and we've got cupboards on top and bottom. And then you move along and you've got our medicine cupboard, and then we've got our induction hob with our extractor fan on top, and then we've got 3 drawers underneath as well. We've also got the cutlery drawer aspect of it that people cry out for, so that's definitely another favorite aspect of the kitchen for me. They are soft closing drawers, that's what we all love. Move along then, if you can remember, in the old kitchen the presses kind of stopped at the very end and didn't go any further. So what we've done is we've added in corner presses as well, and it's the same aspect on the bottom as well. Move along, you've got the dishwasher, you've got the sink, we've got the washing machine, and then at the very end, which was a big thing, if you can remember, I actually mentioned to Tyke in an earlier video of the series, I asked for hidden bins. So we've got pull-out bins as well, so I love the fact that you can't see them. It's out of the way and they're discreetly done. Oh, look at that, and look. Soft closing. I'm easily pleased, lads. I'm easily pleased.
It makes me happy.
And then you move on, you've got the door to the back garden, which we'll show you in a few minutes. But then right beside that, we've got our American fridge freezer, which John has completely boxed in, which looks really, really nice. And just beside that, which again, we mentioned in earlier videos, we put in a long unit for our sweep and brush, our Hoover, all that kind of stuff. So that's all kind of hidden away as well. And under the island, we've got 2 extra sets of cupboards as well, just for extra space. So a big change that was done in the kitchen is our combi boiler. So when we first moved in, we had an immersion boiler system in the house upstairs, and we decided to get rid of that because obviously you had to turn on the immersion to heat up the water every single time you needed hot water. Whereas with a combi boiler, it heats water instantly. Therefore, it was more economical for us, it's more convenient for us, and for the 2 of us, it made no sense to have an immersion. You'd spend hours trying to heat up the water when you probably wouldn't even use a fraction of it. So having a combi boiler was more economically friendly and more efficient. Okay, so a little insight on how to save some money when you're renovating your house, especially the kitchen. If you are trying to figure out on a splashback on your wall, and you can't find one, but plus they're very expensive, John came up with the genius idea of using a floor tile. Now, I know what you're thinking, a floor tile, that's not gonna work. Lo and behold, this is not a splashback. This, my friends, is a floor tile, and it blends perfectly into the countertop. You're welcome. So, one thing that people have been quite back and forth about in our kitchen is our downlights, our ceiling lights that we decided to go with. Now, we absolutely love them, but a lot of people aren't madly sold on them. But I think it's really nice for nighttime when it's dark, especially in the winter, and you don't have the spotlights on. It's nice to have the warmer lights on. It kind of sets a calmer feel in the kitchen. It's nice and relaxed. It's all about setting the mood, lads. I'm all about setting the mood. So let us know in the comment section, are you down for the downlights or no?
All right, time for the bathroom reveal. Obviously some part that everyone wants to see in a house for some reason. Everyone judges people by the bathroom. So here's our feature wall. I think it's come out quite nice. The darker greys really pop off versus the kind of lighter grey that we have everywhere else in the bathroom. If you can remember back to the very beginning, we obviously had a lot of pink in this bathroom previously. There is now no pink. It is gone 100%, cannot be found anywhere except buried under the garden. So yeah, we've gotten rid of the pink, we've gotten rid of the carpet, we've got all tile everywhere, and yeah, I think it looks really, really nice now. It's really sharp. We've gone for some anthracite grey units as well. So we've got a big sink, we've got our mirrored cabinets as well, and we've got some extra long storage over in the corner, kind of out of the way where, you know, it could have ended up being a dead space, but I feel like we've used it quite efficiently now as well. And obviously there's a his and her section all over this bathroom. There's his and her sides. It's like, it's good. Even in the shower we have a his and her side. When you take a look, you give 2 guesses on which side is mine compared to Chelsea's. But no, I'm really glad with how the bathrooms turned out. It's completely different. I mean, getting rid of the bath and going for a large shower, I think was a great shout. The sneaky little feature that we added in here as well that I'm really, really happy with is our wall mounted radiator as well that heats the towels. So whenever the heating is on, mostly for us it's in the morning time, it'll just heat up those towels. I go off to the gym at 6 in the morning, so by then the heating's already on. I come back, go from a shower, I've got a lovely warm towel to come back to. It's beautiful. So yeah, it's a nice little feature that I'm glad what we put in.
Okay, so on to the master bedroom. This is our bedroom. So if you can remember, in the old bedroom, the bed was facing out of the back wall and there was a built-in wardrobe on one side and a chest of drawers on the other side. Now we've got our bed facing the back wall, and on the back wall we have our favorite part of the whole bedroom, which is our slide-in built-in wardrobes from IKEA. We absolutely adore these wardrobes, and they were so easy to put together. Like, we had them together in no time. Also with the help of John, of course. Shout out to Bossman John. Our favorite aspect of the built-in wardrobes is the lights on the inside. Now again, you don't have to have the lights if you don't want to, but we did. So whenever you open the wardrobe, the light turns on, and then when you close it, it automatically turns off itself. We've also got our 2 bedside tables as well from IKEA, which definitely come in with the theme of the room. Again, we've got all neutral colours, as well of the rest of the house. And then just to finish it off, of all upstairs anyway, we put carpet down just for soundproofing too.
So before we show the spare rooms, we're gonna follow the blue glow up to the attic so you can see the big reveal of the studio. Welcome to the T's and C's. This is our little home studio. It's still technically a work in progress, but what we've got so far is we have our soundproofing on the wall, we have our lovely neon sign and our seats. We do still need to work out the lighting here because of the small kind of space that we have and the proximity of stuff. So hopefully in a couple of weeks time you will see us back podcasting in terms of our Spotify one, so check that out. And we obviously have our Patreon if you want to subscribe, that is down below in the description. But yeah, this is one where when we think about how the old attic used to look, this beam up here was way down low. We've moved it up, so it's given us so much more space, which we're now using mostly for storage. And yeah, it's just a completely different space from what it first was. I remember spending 3-4 weeks up here, gutting it out, being covered from head to toe, looking like Oliver Twist coming home in the evenings with all the dirt and dust. It feels like a different house. We've insulated it as well, so it's a lot more energy efficient. And on the other side of the attic then, we're just using that as storage. But it's great to be able to use this space for something that we're passionate about, which is making content and trying to keep you guys entertained. So yeah, if you're liking it so far, hit that like button and feel free to subscribe. It always helps to get our numbers up.
Next we are moving into guest room number 1. So if you can remember, in the old bedroom there was a single bed up against the window, and then there was 2 wardrobes on either side of the bedroom, and then we had like really old carpet on the floor. As you can see here, we've put in a bed, we've got 2 matching bedside cabinets as well, and then we've got a nice little tidy storage unit that we also got from IKEA. As you can see, IKEA is running a massive team in this household because you can't go wrong with IKEA, lads. Also, guys, I don't know if you're like me, but I am very easily pleased when it comes to anything in life. And I bought 2 bamboo ladders in Yisk. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yisk, or is it Jisk? I don't know how people pronounce it. But I always had this picture in my head that whenever I got a house, I'd always have bamboo ladders around it for holding blankets. I don't know what it is. I think it's the aesthetic side of me. I don't know. But I got 2 bamboo ladders in Yisk for like €20, which was really cheap, and they're super sturdy, and they look aesthetically pleasing in every room.
All right, we're coming into the second guest room here. Now, if you remember way back, we had 2 separate single beds, one on either side here, and we had some wardrobes up here at the top as well. We've gotten rid of all of that now. We've gone for another double bed because most of our friends are in couples, and it just makes more sense that even if they aren't in a couple, they've got loads of room to themselves when they come to visit. The only other change we've made that might be a little bit different is that we've kind of decided, because it's a guest room, it's not really being used too much, we'd rather just be able to do our own work in here from time to time as well. So we've added in a table so that when we've got like videos to edit or we've got any schoolwork to do, that's where we're going to be doing it. So you just have your space where you're not working on the island in the kitchen. The other person can cook their dinner or relax in there, have some food or a cup of tea, or even if a friend is over and they want to chat away down in the kitchen, it means that you can come up here and do work. It's nice to have that separation as well and not have to be working in the kitchen all the time. Now, for the eagle-eyed amongst you, you'll see that we have a world map that's going to be hanging on this wall soon enough. And the reason why is that the T's and C's taking on travel. That's right. We've taken our cameras with us while on holidays to visit different countries and tell you what's good and bad about them. So the T's and C's Try Travel coming up soon. And to finish off, we're in the garden. You probably can remember it from the first couple of videos because it was one of the first things we tackled. And guess what? We're not going to show you any more of it because it's not finished.
It's the winter, lads. All right. There's not much that we can do right now.
You're not going to see a whole pile because there's not a whole pile going on. It's cold. It's wet. It's Ireland. We're going to wait till the nice, like a warmer time to show you that part. So yeah, tune in for our special edition garden episode, which is coming out next week.
Next week? Don't you mean like next year?
Listen, I've no idea what our schedule is anymore with these videos. Like, we're so inconsistent. That's fine.
We'll let you know, lads.
It'll come out when it comes out. What are you've got other things going on in your life. Don't have to wait for us.
You can't ask me to wait for that.
It's happening now.
But in all seriousness, we hope that you have enjoyed this series. We hope that we've given you some tips and tricks on renovating your home. And we just want to say thank you so much for everybody who has supported us, who has followed us, and who has sent us well wishes since moving in.
Yeah, and hopefully if you're someone who is thinking about buying an old house and doing it up, we've given you the confidence to realise that if we can do it,
anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it. But it does help if you have a dad who can do it. So, I mean, that ought to, find your old relations, get them in.
Wally, do you remember how I told you there are teachers here who use and abuse?
Sign off.
Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.